Hey, 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 y'all. How's everybody doing today? Welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy Monday, beautiful people. Happy Monday. Happy Monday. I hope that you are having an absolutely amazing day today. Happy Monday, beautiful people. Listen, y'all, I want to first introduce myself. Hey, 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 everybody. It's me, Tanisha. Oh, and welcome to Tea with Tanisha. Oh, I am a forgiveness coach. What do I get to do? I get to help people forgive those areas of their life they didn't even know that it was holding them back. A lot of times unforgiveness happens, bitterness sets in, abandonment issues, trauma, all these different things happen, but we don't realize that forgiveness or unforgiveness holds us back from unleashing every area of our life. Unforgiveness and resentment impacts the way we deal with our family and our friends, the way we show up at work, the way people see us. Unforgiveness is one of those things that is like this it's a hidden setback. I guess that's the best way I can say it. It's a hidden setback. You may not even realize that you're struggling with unforgiveness until you hear a person's name or see something and you don't even know why this trigger happens inside of you. You don't know that it's unforgiveness that's keeping you stuck. So I'm a forgiveness coach and I help business moms break through. These are women who are fierce in their perspective world. They're dope. They're doctors, they're stay-at-home moms, they're every in between, they're parallelpreneurs, they're full-time entrepreneurs. They are women who are ready to unleash their greatness. They've already accomplished some pretty amazing things in their life, but there's something that's holding them back. They're stuck. They're looking at themselves like, I know I have this in me, but why can't I move forward? And that's why I come in to help them work through some of those unforgiveness issues that they may not even know are there. Many of them started in their childhood, and then I come in and I help them break through so that they can secure the bag, right? Get their relationships better, build their relationships with their family, their friends, their husbands, their careers, their businesses, their clients, their tribes, work on that vulnerability a bit more, right? So there's all these things that happen. But today, I want us to talk about something. Y'all ready for the tea? Hubby brought me a cup of tea, so I'm very grateful for that. Today, let's talk about complaining. Woo! I was like a master complainer, seriously. And I always put the complaint under the umbrella of I'm just sharing my thoughts. I'm just telling you what I think. It's not really a complaint if I don't say it out loud, but I didn't pay attention to the fact that my energy was speaking before I said anything. You ever met those people where they're like, I'm fine. And you're like, tell your face, like tell your face that you're fine. You know, those situations that you run into. And so let's talk about complaining and how complaining impacts your life. First of all, your thoughts create things. And so when you wake up and you're constantly going throughout your day thinking about how things aren't working for you, how people are not working in your favor, all the things that are going wrong in your life, you're only bringing more of those problems, right? And so as you sit to analyze your life or focus on a particular situation, think of one thing right now. Think of one thing that you find yourself complaining about the most. Maybe it is your children. Okay. This was one that I'm always finding myself working through. So we have our children. We can all agree that our children actually listening to us is an illusion in our mind. For those of you who are like, no, my kids do exactly what I say. Okay, if that's true, then why do you constantly repeat yourself? It's because they do what they want to do. Like we want them to be doing what we want them to be doing. But ultimately, they kind of shift and go astray from time to time. And so you get to decide how you're going to handle that. Are you going to remember when you were a teenager or when you were a young adult and the grace and the patience and the understanding and the nurturing that you needed in that moment? Or are you going to parent them and nag them till the cows come home the way you were treated, right? And so then you're not getting the results that you want because you're giving the same parental style that you received. Now, for those of you who are saying, Tanisha, my parents were much worse. Maybe they were. You're giving your rendition of it. However, if you did not heal, forgive, grow through, and move forward to make take really actionable steps to grow out of that, you're doing a lot of the same similar things that your parents did, and that's why you're not getting those results. So for me, I had to take a step back, and I had to say, you've been saying the same thing, Tanisha, over and over and over again. You're frustrated because it's not working out in your favor. And so what I needed to do was release my attachment to how it was going to happen. I had to realize something. I have 2 adult children, right? And 1 teenage child. Adults get to make adult decisions. And adults also get to have adult consequences, right? So even those children that are still in our home, there are adult consequences. So if they're in our home and they elect not to follow however it's supposed to flow, then those are adult consequences that come with that. However, me complaining constantly and feeling like I'm not being respected, things aren't working the way I want, the kids aren't doing what they need to be doing, and you constantly just putting that every time the phone rings, you're like, yep, they didn't do it again. Yep, guess what so-and-so did? They didn't, and you're complaining constantly. And then you're spending all night long complaining in your mind, all the problems, rehearsing how much you've done for them, how they're not doing what they're supposed to be doing. All you're doing is bringing on more of those problems. The moment you just grab a cup of tea and sit back and pause for a moment. Analyze exactly what's happening and figure out what you can do. Now, for parents who are saying, but you don't understand, I have a child who's struggling with drug addiction. I've been there. For those of you who are saying, you don't understand, I have a child who has mental health issues. I do understand. Been there. You don't understand, I'm dealing with an ex and trying to raise my stepchildren, and it's a struggle. I've been there. You don't understand. My husband doesn't understand me. Maybe there's a cultural difference and you guys are interculturally married. There are these big differences between the two of you. I understand. You don't understand that my mother didn't treat me right. She treated everybody else better than me. And as a matter of fact, she lied to me. I understand. You don't know what it's like to be left as a single mother. Because see, Tanisha, I see you. I see you with this husband and you're living this life that you have. You don't know where I am in my life. Don't judge your worst day on my best day. Because you weren't there when I was that 18-year-old girl with 2 children. No, I had my son at 19. 19-year-old girl with 2 children, single, by herself. You weren't there. You weren't there figuring out how to feed them. You weren't there when I didn't get government assistance because I made too much money. You weren't there figuring out how to take kids to school and go to school too at nighttime. You weren't there. So don't judge your worst day to my best day. You weren't there those 17 years of my life that it took me to struggle through figuring out how to forgive my mother, because nobody could teach me that. The church just said forgive. Threw the Bible at me. Here's the Bible. Read it. This is what you're supposed to do. Take the Bible and follow these instructions. I do know. I may not know your exact story. I do know what it's like to be molested by a family member. I know. And I also know that I get to make a decision every single day of how I get to show up in this world. I get to make a decision if I'm going to choose joy. I get to make a decision if I'm going to choose love. I get to make a decision if I'm going to choose laughter. I get to make a decision if I'm going to complain every single day over every little thing. I get to make a decision if I'm going to nitpick everything my husband does and therefore it adds no value to him and he just decides to stop doing anything for me. I get to decide if I'm going to love him regardless. I get to decide if I'm going to love all of my beautiful imperfections. I get to decide everything that's happening and flowing in my life. I get to decide if I'm going to love my tribe unconditionally, regardless of whether or not they're doing what I would love for them to do. I get to decide how much value I get to add to this world. You get to decide. You get to decide if you're going to sit and look at social media all day long and compare your life and everything you don't have to something that you think somebody else has. You get to decide if you're going to wake up and say, today is the day that I'm getting some stuff done. Today is the day that I put my foot down and I am going to kick procrastination in the butt and I'm going to get the help that I need. Today is the day that I show up for me. Today is the day that I put the doggone phone on silent or turn it off completely in order for me to crush the goals that I have. Today is the day that I decide I will not give away another free service. Today is the day that I charge. You need my advice, I charge. You need something from me, cash at me. You need something from me, click the button and buy. You need something from me, value me as much as I value you by paying me. But you have to value you. You get to decide how you show up in life. You get to decide if today's the last day that you will ever shrink when you step into another room. You get to make all of these decisions. You do. But I'm going to tell you something. Sitting back, complaining in your mind, murmuring, sitting on the telephone all day long, every single day, day after day after day after day after day after day, talking to the same old person about what you don't want, how it ain't working, what you want better, and not doing anything about it, it ain't gonna happen. Today is the day that you get to decide how you show up in a room. You get to decide. You get to take all your power back, all of it back. You get to say, you know what? I may not be where I want to be, but I'm not where I was. I may not get it right every single time, but I'm going to get started. I know it's not going to be perfect, but it's definitely progress. I know that my world and my life, and I made so many mistakes, but I'm so grateful to have grown through them. You get to make a decision. And guess what? It doesn't require the permission of anybody else for you to make that decision. You do not need a permission slip signed. You do not need an approval. You don't need anything stamped. You don't need to be validated. You need nothing in order for you to make a decision. Today's the day. You just get to make a decision today, right now, in this moment. As you hear my voice, I am going to do something differently in order to get it done differently, because complaining is doing nothing but bringing you more pain, more stress, more drama. If you find yourself surrounded by drama, that's you. I'm going to say it again. If you find yourself surrounded by drama, people are always calling you with drama. There's always drama. There's always a problem. Your name is always in it. They're always calling you to help them come fix it. That's you. You've attracted that. How have you attracted that? Some of you are asking, because you didn't ask for that. You may not have asked for it, but you definitely did not put your foot down to set the boundaries, to make it clear that today you're not dealing with that. But they need me. No, they don't. They haven't even taken your advice. If they needed you, you wouldn't still be repeating yourself over and over and over and over and over again. If they valued what you were saying, they may have taken your advice. But see, because you keep giving your advice away for free, you keep giving your intellectual property for free, they're not valuing it. And therefore, that's why you keep repeating yourself. Stop talking. How do I do that? Easy. Stop talking. If somebody asks me, I'm going to tell y'all the truth. Even my clients, If we have had the same conversation 2 or 3 weeks in a row, and I've given out instructions on what they can do, guidance, steps, actionable steps, and they have agreed to the steps and they have said that they are willing to do the steps, and you come back to me the next week, you have not done those steps, we're not moving forward. You haven't done step one. If you have friends and family who keep calling you, telling you the same thing over and over and over, and you're still entertaining the conversation, stop talking. Oh, okay, well, let me know when you decide to make a different decision. Let me know how that works. Stop talking. Set your boundaries. But stop complaining. Why? Because you spend 2 hours of your day sitting on the phone. Only to get off the phone upset, annoyed, and pissed off because you've wasted another 2 hours. You didn't complete your to-do list. Your to-do list is still just as long as it was when the day started. Nothing is done. You're no closer to any of your goals only because you have not set proper boundaries. And then you want to complain to the next person to say, I ain't get anything done today. I don't have enough time in my day, Tanisha. You don't understand. No, you have time. You just don't have boundaries. You have time. Get up, check how. Do you know that you can pick up your telephone right now and you can look to see how much time you spend on every single app? Just scroll it, check to see your screen time. And however many hours you spend scrolling up and down this telephone, take that and put it into your business. Now, some of y'all are saying, Tanisha, you don't understand. I need my phone. I need my social media to make business money. Okay. But the experts that I've seen, they're like, T, give about 30 minutes or so. You go through, you do this or that. You speak to the people in the tribe, like some posts, do whatever, post your stuff and get off of social media. Social media should be used as a tool for you to make money, not for you to become addicted and no longer complete any other task for you to later complain about. Research has already shown how addictive social media and all of these apps are. But what's interesting is, as parents, you see the addiction in your children, but you don't see the addiction in yourself. What do your children see you doing all the day? Do they see you scrolling all day? Or do they actually see you with a book in your hand? What do they see you doing? What do you do? But then you complain to them to tell them everything they're not doing. But guess what, moms, dads, you are setting the tone for them. You taught them that. You taught them that. Stop complaining. Start today and say, today, I'm going to, for the next 24 hours, listen to your internal voice, listen to the words that you speak. Take a moment to really say, how am I showing up? What am I teaching myself through my daily habits? What am I teaching my children through my daily habits? What am I teaching those people closest to me through my daily habits? How am I teaching people how to love me? How am I teaching people how to work with me, how to connect with me? What are you teaching them? You see, I was a master complainer because I was taught that. My family made complaining look real sexy. My family made judging people look so cool. And it's not. And so then as an adult, I found myself always being judged and always complaining and not really understanding why. And always hearing my kids say, you always complaining. And I'm like, no, I'm not. No, I'm not. But when I started to listen to myself, ooh, they were right. So complaining counts. Whether you felt it was a complaint or not, whether you thought it in your mind or it was came across your face with the stink eye, whether it's the energy that you omit to somebody or the body language, because we communicate in more than just our words, with more than just our words, complaining counts. So my question to you today is, what are you going to do? How are you going to level yourself up? How are you going to dig into who you are? How are you going to redirect, shift, and change your words in order for you to create something new in your life? Complaining about not having money for bills only brings more lack of money for bills. How about pulling out your bills, writing on the front of them, thank you that it's paid? How about that? How about taking a moment to be grateful for the electricity that you already have instead of just focusing on the fact that you may not have some tomorrow? How about being grateful for the home that you currently have instead of focusing on tomorrow that you may not, that you might be evicted? How about finding gratitude and joy and happiness and abundance in where you are in this moment? Because you have a lot. You have a lot. So today, you get to choose. I hope that you all choose wisely. If you have not signed up for tonight's class, tonight we begin the November Business and Forgiveness Mastermind Mindset Reset series. We are going through 4 weeks of very intensive, deep, good conversations on how to reset your mind so that you can forgive and build business, build wealth. And listen, even if you don't own your own business, I work with business owners, and you're trying to build something on your job because you want to get an increase in your pay, you want to get promoted. There are areas of your life where you can work on getting unstuck in order to get paid. So click the links in the bio, DM me right now if you need more information. The price is being increased today for this bundle package, but you can get it. It's $49 for 4 classes, 4 master classes. And if you click this button right now, it might still say 44, but it's going up to $49 as soon as this broadcast changes, as soon as I get off of this broadcast. So if you beat me to it, congratulations, you saved $5. But those prices will continue to go up as the month goes through. We have 4 classes: monetizing, how to monetize on Facebook and Instagram, go live and monetize, the power of forgiveness, which is such a beautiful conversation. Oh boy, I'm trying to remember all of these courses. Lord have mercy, I can't even remember, but check them out. I can't remember off the top of my head, and I don't feel like pulling out everything, but go check it out so that you guys can join us this week. Powerful week. I'm about to pour into all of you so that you can grow your business, work through forgiveness, heal your relationships, and work through. But it's all about your mindset. I love y'all, and I hope to see y'all tonight. Mindset reset. Tonight's conversation is the secrets to going live to monetize. Y'all, I done made a pretty penny by going live. Y'all think I go live just because I like hitting that red button, which I do, but I like going live because I know the ROI, return on investment, the amount of money that I made and the skills that it has built in me to speak before 15,000 at Tony Robbins events and in Paraguay, South America with John Maxwell, and to have the confidence to interview so many celebrities and all the things that I've done in the different continents that I've traveled to, 4 of them, the boldness and the confidence that is built by hitting that red button to go live, bar none. And I'm going to take you behind the scenes to help you, even if you're scared. Don't worry, I got some great tips and nuggets for you. So make sure you join me. DM me right now if you have any questions. Click the link in my bio, and I'm going to see y'all tonight. I love y'all. Take care. Ciao.